These days, with the increase of technology, it's getting easier and easier to make your movie. In fact, the phone that you're probably watching this on has a better camera than what I had to shoot my first feature film just a few years ago. And that's no joke. So with the increase of competition, it's getting more difficult to get your movie in front of paying eyes. Today, we're going to talk about 5 different revenue streams that you can utilize to make sure your movie makes money. Don't forget to sign up for my free 20-minute course on the 5 most common reasons that low-budget films fail and how to avoid those problems. Links in the description. Boom! Nailed it, bro. And revenue 1 is going to be streaming services. Now, there is a ton of streaming services out there. The biggest one currently right now is Amazon Direct and Tubi TV, which uploading to either of those is not much more difficult than uploading to YouTube, but that may not always be the case. So spend time on the internet Googling different streaming services. Once you've found out and you have a list of all the streaming services that you want to upload to, then go to each one of those websites under the section of Contact Us and find out if they are acquiring films. If they have something that says submit or film acquisitions, then you can use that to upload your film and get it on that streaming platform. However, if they say we do not take unsolicited material, then for the love of God, don't submit to them or even write them an email. You need an aggregator for that. An aggregator is there to help that has curated relationships with streaming services, so they will take your film, more than likely, take a look at it, and then try to upload it to all these streaming platforms that you don't have access to. Now, there's a lot of good aggregators and there's a lot of bad aggregators. It's important that you take a tremendous amount of time actually researching which aggregator is going to be the best fit for your film. And also, if you can do any sort of research, whether this aggregation company has lawsuits against them or anything like that, is also a great avenue to check into to make sure that your film is protected. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there are a lot of bad aggregators out there. They're not good, they don't communicate with you, they don't get you your money, and you'll get your film stolen. I'm going to link to a video up in the card here where I talk about where my film pretty much got stolen and I'm not making any money on it. And revenue 2 is going to be a theatrical release. Now, hold your horses. Don't get too excited. I'm not talking about the big AMC or Cinemark. I'm talking, I had to read it. Don't do that again. We're not going to cut that. I'm not going to back up and do that again. You stumbled over the words. I'm talking about low, like art theaters. So Alex Ferrari has an interview with, did I write the number down? So I'm going to link in the description below to an article that I wrote on this that details a lot more. And in there, there's a link to a podcast where a guy literally gathered every single phone number to all the art theaters across the United States. It took him over a year to do it. But what he does is he just simply calls these local theaters and sends them a screener and asks them, would you be willing to show your film there? And if they say yes, which more than likely they would be willing to because they love showcasing local art. So he sends it to them, and if they accept it, they work out some sort of revenue split, and that's going to change, and that's going to depend upon the actual theater that actually plays it. But there's no reason you can't do the same thing. Just find as many as you can using Google, find their phone numbers or emails, email them with your screener and say, hey, would you be willing to show this at your theater? You can do this all from your phone or a computer. You could probably, just try to get a few emails or phone calls a day and start your theatrical run. And revenue 3 is ancillary products. What are ancillary products? Anything that you can sell alongside your movie that represents your movie or that is a part of your movie, such as hats, t-shirts, or again, any related items. For example, I sold DVDs of my movie at the festival that I was at, that I first premiered the movie at, and I was able to make my money back. That paid off the money that I put into the DVD printing. For my second feature film, Monster Gold, I made these beautiful little survival packs, since the movie is about survival and I want people to actually survive well. And I was able to get this little survival pack endorsed by Wayne Russell on his YouTube channel. He was on the first season of Histories Alone. So I'm able to bring these to either festivals or these theatrical releases and sell these additional products. Now, they cost me a few bucks to make and assemble. I can sell them from anywhere from $15 to $20. This is where you have to be creative and really look into your film. What products can I sell? Once you're selling those products, that is a great revenue stream. When George Lucas sold the wonderful rights of Star Wars to Disney, he said he wanted to hang on to the toy product line, or the ancillary products. And when looking at the books, he makes over like $2 billion a year on Ancillary Products. And in an interview with one of the producers that made the movie Planes and the movie Planes Search and Rescue or Fire and Rescue, they came out back to back and somebody asked him, "This looked like a massive flop. Why would you make this, or are you disappointed?" And the producer's response was, "I wouldn't consider $1.5 billion in toys to be a failure." So ancillary products sometimes can be the main revenue source. It just depends on the product. So be creative and find out if there's any ancillary products that you can sell with your project. And then you can sell them off your website. Drop shipping! And the fourth is going to be festivals. Now, there's not a lot of festivals that pay money, but there are some. So it can be a way that you can make extra money. But like the previous one, if you are going to go to those festivals, treat it like a theatrical run. See if you can set up a small booth and sell those ancillary products at the festivals that you get accepted in. Just one little side revenue to make some extra cash. To find good festivals, make sure you go to Film Freeway or go to Without a Box or Film Freeway to find the best festivals. If you've ever been accepted at a festival you've submitted to, hit the like button. And if you haven't, hit the like button. And the fifth and final are documentaries. Most films have something awareness, you know, whether it's a horror film or faith-based film, it's trying to draw awareness to something. So can you make a documentary about that? Interview your cast and crew. Find people that are experts in that field, interview them, cut it together with some B-roll, and boom, you've got a documentary. Obviously, that sounds way more simple than it really is. You're gonna wanna spend time and research how to make a documentary, journalism, but while you're making your movie, take the opportunity to shoot a bunch of extra footage and a bunch of extra interviews about the topic that your film is drawing awareness to. And then you can cut this together in anywhere from a 30 to 40-minute video, and it's a great way to sell this additional product that has to do with whatever your film's drawing awareness to. Now, as filmmakers, we all know we don't do this for the money, but we do need money to do this. That's why I'm gonna recommend you definitely check this video out here to maximize the possibility of you making your money back so you can make movies, make money, and become the filmmaker you're always meant to be. And in the meantime, always be creating.